Good morning, and thank you for joining me here on Urban Tactical Survival. I want to thank you all for joining me this morning. It's been some time since I've been able to do any videos, and that being because of the pandemic that has wrecked people's lives in 2020. But I'm back this year. I have been out on a couple of hiking trips, and I've haven't had the opportunity to do any films, but I did go out and test some new equipment and new products. But this morning I am doing one, and we're talking about Stanley. I'm a big fan of Stanley cook systems, and I have one here that I have been using extensively on hiking and camping trips, making coffee or hot cocoa early in the morning. Um, this unit here comes, it is the Stanley cook pot system, which has four individual pieces to it. It has a lid which locks down from the pot's handle. The lid actually has perforated lip to allow drainage of fluids from the pot. It also has two very heavy gauge plastic cups for drinking a hot liquids or coffee out of it. And the handle locks down so it doesn't fold on you when you're moving it around or pouring anything out of the pot. This is a single wall stainless steel pot with graduation marks on it, and I like that about this pot. So you're able to gauge how much liquid you have in there or you're using from those marks. And it, like I said, it all nestles together here. The two cups go inside, the lid on top, and the handle. You squeeze it together to fold it, and it folds down and locks down and holds the lid down. This comes in at 13.6 ounces, dry with no liquid in it. And this is a system I've been using, and it has served me very well. And I've had great times in cooking coffee early in the morning and that. But this morning, we're talking about the Stanley Adventure Pot System. It's a 6-piece system, coffee system. Um, Retailed on Stanley's website, comes in at about $50. I'm sure you'll be able to find it at your local sporting goods or outdoor camping equipment stores like REI and Cabela's, Duluth, or Bass Pro Shops. You might be able to find it, but I'm sure you'll find it on Amazon because Amazon has everything. This is a 6-piece system. Is 18.8 stainless steel. Is BPA free. Main compartment has a double wall vacuum for insulation. Is integrated pot and a French press. The lid actually separates into 3 pieces. It has 2 cups that you can drink the liquids from, and the other compartment holds your dry storage, holds your coffee or whatever you might want to put up in there. Hot liquids can be held into this unit for about 15 hours, cold liquids 13 hours, and 48 hours for anything with ice, like iced tea. Uh, the main compartment, thermos, is a 17-ounce capacity. It is about 4 inches and 4 inches wide, and it stands about 11.2 inches high. And again, you find these at your local sporting goods stores or your local uh, Amazon, or you can go into Stanley's website. So this morning we're going to be making some coffee using this pot system. And I'll be using my Sea to Summit spoon to help stir that. This is a great spoon for the deep pots that you want to stir liquids or anything food with. So this is a 6-piece system. So I'll take this apart. It actually locks in together with these little dimples. It has little dimples here that help lock it in to the main unit. And then the handle locks out and folds back, and depressing these little dimples on the side, it folds back down. once you open it up, it is not going to fold on you for easy storage and moving around and handling and pouring of the liquids. So that locks back down. The French press actually screws off the thermos, and that you push down into the pot when ready for your coffee. The lid has 2 cups, 1 and 2, and the third compartment is where your dry storage is held, and that has a screw on top for your dry storage. Okay, and this is a double-walled, vacuum-sealed container to hold all your liquid, your cold or hot liquids in. But for this demonstration this morning, we're making coffee, so I'm gonna leave these pieces set aside, and the unit we're going to work with is the pot this morning. So let's get some water into this pot and get some coffee going. On the side here, I have my favorite coffee that I like to use, so we'll be adding that in there. So 17 ounces of water. Add that in here. Turn this on, get it nice and hot. And we're going to come back in just a couple when this comes to a rapid boil, and I will put the coffee in and we'll use the French press and show you how that is done. So stay tuned, don't go nowhere, and I'll be back with the coffee. Okay, so, and we're back. And as you can see, the steam rolling off from the inside of the pot, that our water is just right and ready for coffee. So I'm going to turn that off, and we're going to add my favorite coffee. Add a couple of spoons in there. You add as many as you want for the strength of coffee that you like. You like your coffee really strong, you put a lot more in there. We'll stir this up a little bit. So let that set for a minute. Now nice hot water. And we'll use the French press to push it all down to the bottom. And as with anything, when handling a pot over a hot stove or a hot fire, open fire, you want to use caution in lifting and handling the pots. So this handle can get a little hot. So I don't want to burn myself. So I've elected to use a napkin I folded over, and I'm going to use that to handle this pot with. So as this sets, scrape down some of the coffee from the side walls of the pot. I see 2 drawbacks to this pot system. If I was to give it any pros and cons, which everything has a pro and a con to it. The pros is that it is a great system to make hot liquids with, and I see 2 cons in this system. One being that this O-ring that is placed around the French press, I fear that over time, after using it countless numbers of time over and over and pressing, it will wear and come off, and you would have to either order one or have this one replaced. And the pot itself does not have any graduation marks, so you have to measure your water separately for the amount of coffee that you want to boil up here. So it has been a couple of minutes. So we take the French press and we just push it down in there, and that pushes all the coffee grinds down to the bottom of the pot. Slowly just push it down till it reaches the bottom, and it will stop just shy of the bottom of actually touching the bottom. So there we have it. Let that set for a minute. And I've got my cup here. So I'm going to add sugar. And I have my favorite creamer that I like to use. So I'll put some cream into it. So let's get that poured in. There's 1 cup and some creamer. Use my Seed to Summit spoon. I'll stir this up. Early in the morning, there's nothing like waking up, a good night's sleep in a tent, getting that first cup of coffee. There's just nothing like it. Bon appetit. Oh, that is good. That is a good cup of coffee early in the morning. Oh, excellent. Good cup of coffee. And the rest of your coffee, you want to save for later. Just screw off the top here, and you just pour one in here into your thermos. And throw on your lid. And 3 hours from now, if I wanted some, I would have fresh hot coffee using the Stanley Adventure 6-piece coffee system. This is a great system. And like I said, in word of caution when handling something hot like this, the handle may get hot, and this one did get a little hot, so I elected to use a napkin to handle it and for its pouring application. So be careful when handling it. And the 2 drawbacks, as I said before, was when one with the actually French press and the O-ring on it, it may wear out over time. And the fact that this pot does not have any graduation marks. I wish it did. Um, that would have been a nice feature to the pot system to have graduation marks. But overall, this is a great system. The actual thermos will hold anything hot in the hot liquids in there for 15 hours and cold liquids for 13 hours. Anything like iced tea or iced coffee, for those of you who like iced coffee, will hold it for 48 hours. Total liquid is 17 ounces inside the main thermos. So it is a great system. I've used it on several hiking trips here this year, and it has worked well. I've had uh, good times with it and had great cups of coffee, as I am having one this morning. So, oh, that is good. Yes, that is good. Your Stanley 6-piece adventure coffee system. You find that on Amazon or on Stanley's website. Retailed about $50. It's a great system. So anybody looking for a one-piece pot system, not only can you cook coffee, but you can cook other things in it, like ramen noodles, or you can make a soup in it. If you want to hold a soup in there, it will hold a hot soup in there for 14 hours. Any liquids for 13, and anything with ice, as I said, 48 hours. So it is a good one-piece system if that's what you're looking for. Something with one-piece unit, all the compartments screw in together, and you have it in one piece. It is a great system. So I'm going to finish my cup of coffee this morning. I want to thank you all for joining me this morning for my first cup of Joe early in the morning. And thank you guys for joining me after the pandemic. Here locally, some of the restrictions have been lifted, so we are able to walk around without a mask. And I will be bringing you back some more videos on some of the equipment I have been using so far this year. I've tested it out, so it's time to do a review on it. So until then, always remember, now is the time to prepare, and always remember to check your six. Till the next time, be vigilant, get out and enjoy the outdoors.